Whit Merrifield is furious today. He got hit in the head by a pitch. And he would like you all to know that he's had it. He's angry and he's not going to take it anymore. I want you to hear what Whit Merrifield said, and then I want to explain what is going to result from it. Coca?
The way pitchers are throwing now, there's no remorse for or the regard for throwing up and in. You guys are throwing as hard as they can, and they don't care where the ball goes. And they can't. You can't hit a guy anymore back. There's no fear that, oh, if I hit this guy, our guy's going to get hit. That's not in the game anymore. Pitchers don't have to hit anymore, so they don't have to stand in the box. And the teams are bringing pitchers up that don't know where the ball's going. They throw 100 miles an hour, so we're like, all right, we'll see if we can get the guys out. Just set up down the middle and throw it as hard as you can. And it's driving me nuts, and I hate where the game's at right now with that. And I'm on the rules committee, and we got a call tomorrow, and it's going to be a long conversation on what we got to do.
So a couple things about Whit Merrifield. The committee that he's talking about, the competition committee, where there are player representatives who get outvoted by the ownership representatives. We've covered that topic on Nothing Personal. That's a committee where new rules are discussed and new changes. And baseball pretend they're getting player involvement, but they're not really. The players can yell till they're red in the face, and the owners have more members of the committee. So the committee's run by owners. What Whit Merrifield is talking about is a major issue, though. And I want to tell you from a team perspective how I would react to this. He is right. Everything he said, every president and GM knows. The commissioner knows. There is no way to help this situation. It's hopeless. Why? I'm paid to win as many games as I possibly can. I know that the best way to get players out is to make them uncomfortable in the box. I teach and want my players to throw inside. I need them to throw with velocity. The faster you throw, the better. Not because people dig the long ball, but when Joyce throws 105 miles an hour, that's great. That's fun. That gets attention. But what really matters to me is the faster you throw, the likelihood is you're going to get outs. And we need outs in order to win games. Now, when you come to me as a player and you say, listen, I've got zero command of my fastball, zero. But I'll tell you one thing, it goes 103. I say, please see the clubby and get your uniform. I am absolutely willing to put a pitcher on the mound where I know in the box, I'm watching the game, and I say to myself, oh my God, he has no idea where it's going. How wonderful. Until my team is at bat and I see the other team has the same guy and I say, that guy should not be a big league pitcher. You got to know where it's going. That sounds totally inconsistent. How can you sit as a president of a team and be extremely happy to have a pitcher with velocity, but be extremely upset when the other team is doing the exact same thing you're doing? It is the most irrational thing that we as executives do. We, in a copycat league, we operate exactly the way everyone else operates. We get upset that they're operating the way they operate, but we know that we're doing the operation in the same way. And the other people are looking at us and saying the same exact thing. There is no way to change that. We follow by changing some rules about defensive shifts. Only one team did it. Now 30 teams do it. Therefore, we're going to ban it. Well, there's no incremental benefit to doing the shift when everyone's doing it. Everyone's in the same boat. We're going to make this change that for pitch clock. We're going to make change with what batters can wear in the box to protect themselves. The pitchers don't want the hitters to have all that elbow armor because it makes them go further inside and get more coverage of the plate. The hitters want to wear as much as they can because they want to cover the plate and they want to protect themselves for all the pitchers who have no command. The union is stuck dealing with pitchers and hitters, all of whom always have disparate views of what needs to be done on the field. The commissioner is dealing with 30 owners, all of whom have disparate views of what should be done in the boardroom. When it comes to the owner's view of what should be done on the field, The reason why you won't see a change is owners have never complained about it. I remember when Stanton got hit in the face. I was furious. I wanted change. I wanted consequences. I wanted suspensions anytime someone got hit by a pitch. And I'm someone who directed hit by pitches before. But in the old days, when you direct a hit by a pitch, it's on the ass or in the jersey between the numbers. You're not throwing at somebody's head. You leave that to the Cardinals and La Russa. You do not throw at somebody's head ever. I'm not against the sticky stuff because pitchers are using it to get grip. Hitters want pitchers to have the sticky stuff. But the rules changed because the pitchers were saying, we'll see your sticky stuff and raise you a spider tack, which will make it even more impossible for you to hit. So now, no rosin, no sunscreen, no help. We're always reacting. Always. One thing happens to an extreme, so you try to bring it closer to the middle by doing something to the other extreme. We do that all the time. People are getting hit by pitches at a rate that we haven't seen this century. And every year a record is being broken. Right now, more people have been hit. It would be like the 11th most of any season, and we still have 1/6 of a season left to play. You want to stop players being hit by pitch? There is one way to do that, and that is to penalize teams significantly, financially, suspend players, pitchers, hitters. You purposely get hit by a pitch, you're suspended. You hit someone with a pitch, you're suspended. The reason the union is not interested in anything like that, the reason the owner's not interested in anything like that, is because they view it as part of the game.